All right, everything appears to be in order, ladies and gentlemen. Just double checking the audio. Everything sounds fine. So, almost messed that up there. Yo, peoples! Kyushu92 here. Yeah, it's 12:20, and Ashita Scans didn't have the latest chapter of Solo Leveling Up, but thanks to one of my own Discord members, Solo Warrior, they managed to link me another site that has chapter 157 up already. Good to see you, Kohagen, Kali Aslami. Good to see you, Luigi, Shonen Sensei. It's good to see everybody right now. All right, let's go ahead and get this chapter started. So, pretty much last where we left off, and Ashita Scans is not up, but earlymanga.org has Solo Leveling Up. So last we left off, the Beast Monarch pretty much started rampaging through the streets. He ate a dude whole. Well, he just ate a person, and he started killing people all around. Then Leonard Nierman tried to show up, but was overshadowed by Thomas Andre, who started fighting the Beast Monarch. And it pretty much ends the chapter with Thomas Andre just embedding the Beast Monarch's head into the ground. So now we get to see what's going on. So we got dang it, I forgot his name. Chugong. It's not Chugong. It's Chu, or dang it, I forgot his name. The fire guild master that uses flame magic, and he has the glasses and he has the red hair. I forgot his name. Dang it, I forgot his name. But he comes up and he shows up saying, "How's the evacuation situation here?" And then one of the other guild members says, "We're still evacuating the people inside the building." "Which guilds are on the site for subjugation?" "The Flend Guild and the White Tiger Guild have both been dispatched. Since hunters from everywhere have been gathered up on the site for the Colossal Gate, I suspect the beast will be subjugated sooner or later. I think that we, the Hunters Guild, just need to focus on evacuation." And then the master thinks to himself, "The beast will be subjugated sooner than later." And then he thinks Thomas Andre, a national level hunter, is currently facing off against the mysterious magic beast. This massive presence, it feels even worse than the one I felt during the Jeju Island raid. Just what kind of monster is the Goliath fighting against? And then it cuts to the Beast Monarch getting sent flying into the air into a nearby building. Okay, so just picture Man of Steel levels of destruction. He just got sent flying into a nearby building, and it literally breaks the building in half and starts to cause the building to topple over, as it shows Andre with his fist forward, like he hit the dude with one fist and sent him flying into a far-off skyscraper. This is the strength of Thomas Andre the Goliath. And the building, parts of the building topple. Well, I wouldn't say parts of the building topple over, but he pretty much has. It pretty much shows the building and a bunch of dust clouds popping up, and then there's like different points of the building that's just like blowing up, and then it shows the Beast Monarch, who has launched himself out of the building straight towards him, still with a crazed look in his face, and he launched straight towards Andre. And he just headbutts. He just sends himself head first into Andre, hitting him square in the stomach. But Andre plants himself and stops the Beast Monarch from pushing him back. Yo, Thomas Andre. The Beast Monarch launched himself with incredible speed at Andre. And Andre, like with the manliness of his muscles, keeps the guy from pushing him back from. Like, this dude is flexing his muscles so hard that he keeps the guy from pushing him back. And Andre didn't even move. Then he grabs the Beast Monarch like he's about to suplex him. He suplexes him. No. He doesn't suplex him because the Beast Monarch is kind of upside down. And when Andre grabs him, he grabs him by the waist and proceeds to not suplex him, but pile drive him right then and there. And just digs his head into the ground. But the Beast Monarch takes his feet and hits Andre in the face, causing Andre to get launched into the air. Well, not launched into the air. The angle of this panel kind of confused me. Get launched backwards away from the Beast Monarch as the Monarch rights himself on his feet. And then the Monarch grits his teeth. Andre catches himself, not even saying a word. And then he says, reinforcement. And then we got Bayek, the leader of the White Tiger Guild. Why is it I remember his name, but I don't remember the, Choi Jong-in! That's his name! I remembered it! Choi Jong-in! I remembered his name! There we go! Why is it I remember Bayek's name, but I'm just now remembering Choi Jong-in's name? I can't believe I forgot his name, and it just dawned on me. I don't have chat up, so no one said anything, but I just remembered it. It just came back. But Bayek is there along with his own guildmate saying, this must be the subjugation site. Everyone, are you ready? And then there's a massive crash that happens right next to Bayek, and everyone is just looking in surprise as it shows that it's the Beast Monarch who got launched. This Beast Monarch is just getting tossed by Andre right now. And Andre just said reinforcement now? But the Beast Monarch gets up with a crazed, smiling grin on his face. Like, this dude loves this. This dude's a masochist for getting thrown around like this. But Bayek thinks, is that the magic beast that has been reported to have appeared on the site? And then Bayek looks in the opposite direction with a sweat bead going down his face as he also thinks, then that means that person must be the rumored the Goliath, Thomas Andre. And it shows Andre, who has donned his reinforcement armor that we have not seen since he fought Jin. And then other guild members that are around Bayek are saying, you're the best, Goliath! Kill him! And then Andre says, you idiots, hurry up and take cover. And it shows the Beast Monarch, who is right next to them, grinning with a crazed look in his face and his fangs baring for all to see. Then Bayek thinks, as his hair goes from red to white slowly, it's definitely not a normal monster. I shouldn't transform as we... And then the Beast Monarch is right in front of Bayek as his hair turns completely white. And he just stands there in front. It looks like he's standing there in front of Bayek, but I wouldn't be surprised if he just walks past him because he's having more fun with Andre. But right then and there, Bayek is immediately sweating bullets, and in his mind, he may be like a white tiger, but he's standing face to face with a giant. And this panel is illustrating what it looks like to Bayek in his mind. If you're following along with me on this site that I put in the chat for you, it looks like he's the white tiger, but he's face to face with a ginormous dark wolf that is just staring him down. The sixth sense of an animal, the struggle to not be recognized as prey. And in this moment, while Bayek was looking like he was about to transform, he goes back to normal. He was prepared to transform right then and there, but in the presence of the Beast Monarch, he decides not to, and then his hair turns back red, the sclera of his eye go from black to white again, and he just loses the glow in his eye. As I thought, the Beast Monarch just walks past him completely. The Monarch doesn't even consider him worthy prey to just slaughter right now. He's more focused on the man who's been throwing him throughout all of these city blocks. I can't even make eye contact. Then the Beast Monarch starts channeling energy into his hand. And is the Monarch... Is that telekinesis? Can the Monarch use telekinesis? because there's multiple cars and multiple objects floating around him, and the thing is, he's glowing with a red energy, and these objects that are floating around him are also outlined with a red energy glow. So, can he use Ruler's Authority too? Is Ruler's Authority a monarch thing that you can use? If you know, don't tell me. But he just sends all of these objects, all these cars, all these steel girders, all these park benches. Yes, there is just a random park bench just there. He just sends them all at Andre, and Andre walks towards him and just casually slaps it aside, like, get these tennis balls out of my way. And one of them, and a car just hits Andre head on, just directly in his face. But no. It's not just one car. One car hits him, and then he's just blindsided from all sides with objects that I guess the Beast Monarch is throwing at Andre right now. But that smile that the Beast, I'm looking at the next panel, that smile that the Beast Monarch was sporting this entire fight, it's gone. He's looking in utter surprise as it shows Andre's hand outside of all these cars that he's pretty much just melded onto him. And Andre proceeds to grab the Beast Monarch with his own Ruler's Authority ability. And then it shows everything that was embedded and pressed up against Andre. It shows it repelling off of him as the Beast Monarch closes in, and Andre delivers a two-handed smash directly onto the Beast Monarch as he's pulled towards him. He's like pulled like Blackbeard's Kurozu. And then as soon as he gets close, Andre delivers like two full fists of strength with the addition of reinforcements boosting directly on the Beast Monarch's back. And it just shatters. It just decimates the ground directly underneath them. Then Andre prepares to punch the Beast Monarch and proceeds to just punch him multiple times. Just over and over and over and over and over again. And then Andre thinks, what's this feeling? The feeling of uneasiness is closing in on me. It doesn't feel like I'm going to win. And then it shows the Beast Monarch who's taking all these hits, but his eyes are still open, and he's just... Oh, is his hair changing colors too? His hair is black, but I'm seeing streaks of white starting to appear. And as Andre prepares to wind up another punch, the Beast Monarch grabs his hand in one panel. And yes, his hair's turning white. He's transforming. Ooh. And then he speaks. He hasn't really been speaking this whole fight. He's just been enjoying himself. But then he speaks. To think that a mere puppet of a fragment could be this powerful. I've seen enough of your petty tricks. And it shows the Beast Monarch with his hair just starting to turn completely white. What Bayek was about to do before he got scared of the Beast Monarch and decided not to, that's what the Beast Monarch is doing right now. Then he still has Andre's hand. He still has Andre's hand in his grip, but he starts to crush it. His reinforcement starts to break apart, and it shows Andre face to face with the Beast Monarch, who looks even bigger than what he was before. His hair has just completely engulfed his body. It's like a giant mountain of fur on his back right now. And then the Beast Monarch speaks, saying, "Are you afraid?" And it shows him slashing across Andre in his reinforcement armor, saying, "Do you feel fear? Are you despairing?" And everyone who is there with Bayek from the White Tiger Guild, they are watching all this happen as the Beast Monarch continues to slash at him repeatedly. And then the Beast Monarch notices something, and then he says, "Looks like there was a little rat here." Ooh! The shadow that was implanted in Andre. Yo! Can the Beast Monarch grab the shadow? Grab Jin's shadow out of Thomas Andre's shadow? Looks like there was a little rat here. And he pulls the shadow straight out. He just grabs it by the throat and it's screaming out. What were you doing, hiding in the shadows? You're in the way. Be gone. And proceeds to just crush the shadow that was there with Andre, just right then and there. And then he grabs Andre by the face again after he's been... Because Andre's on his knees. Andre is on his knees and he's got multiple wounds over him, despite him being in his reinforcement armor. And the Beast Monarch continues saying, now, shall we continue? Since you seem to be confident in your strength, why don't we have a little battle of strength? And he grabs Andre by the throat. And then, wait a minute, what the? Then the faceplate of Andre's armor explodes, but Andre's not in it? Huh? Wait, what? What is going on? And then the Beast Monarch is surprised by this, and then Andre, who's behind him and's got him in a chokehold, says, who do you think you are, blabbering on so arrogantly? And he has the Beast Monarch in a chokehold. And then Andre screams out as, whoo! Yo! Andre screams out as he completely snaps the Beast Monarch's neck. He just screams out and just goes, pap! This man can look upside down while standing up straight. He just broke his neck. But I guess he's not dead because the Beast Monarch continues to look at him in his direction and he snaps his neck back into place. And just looks at Andre and then tries to grab his face. No, he grabs it. He grabs Andre's face and slings him over his shoulder. And then he does the exact same thing that Andre did when their fight started and just drives his face and whole body into the ground. So, how this fight started, it's kind of switched sides a little bit. What Andre did to him, he just did to Andre. I'm sorry to tell you this, but I'm starting to feel hungry again. Then there's a flash that hits the Beast Monarch in the face, and he gets hit in the face by something. Like a blue piece of energy, blue energy arrow. And I don't know what this is. It's a blue, it's not blue, but green. It's like a greenish blast of some kind. And this confuses the Monarch. And I don't know what just happened. But there's like an explosion-like sound. And then it shows someone standing. Ooh, is this Leonard Nierman? Is this the German man? Does he finally have his time to shine? Thomas Andre will not be able to steal the limelight from him now. Is this? I'm sorry, that voice was kind of weird. I'm sorry. But is this Leonard Nierman? Do we actually get to see him fight? It is him! It's Leonard Nierman! And he pulled Andre away from him, saying, I won't let you do as you please. Yo! We're finally about to see Leonard Nierman fight. He can... No, I was just about to call this... I was so hung up in calling this man a joke character. And now he's here to save Andre. Okay, that's the end of the chapter. It's over. The chapter's over. Okay, let me see what you guys have said. Long time no see. It is at Ashita Scans, but it isn't in their list. That's odd, Kohagen. Why wouldn't it? They should have updated it. Have a manga request. Hiroshi Herrera Shimokawa. What's your request? I'll add it to the list because people want me to read a lot of manga. Want to see your reaction now? Just literally finished it 6 minutes ago. Salute to Andre. Bayek Yoon Ho. Bayek's name I know, but Choi Jong In was the one that I forgot. What an epic fight, dude! Oh my goodness! I would do anything to see this fight animated. You tried, Andre. You tried. I feel sorry for you, but you did it well. Beast Monarch is just too strong. It's Dragon Ball. Do you mean just Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Super? Because, I mean, I got all the current manga up there right now. I like this chapter because it didn't do a quick one chapter and Sung Jin Woo come and ends the fight. I'm glad of that as well because we don't want to. I would hate for this story to turn into everyone is strong until Jin shows up and then Jin is the crutch they need in order to succeed. I mean, sure, he's crazy strong, but I would hate for Jin to be everyone's crutch when they just aren't strong enough. And then Jin is the one who comes in and saves them every single time. I mean, at some point, Jin is going to have to confront the Beast Monarch as well as the rest of them. But I like it when other people get their moments to actually fight and prove their worth. So this whole fight, let's be honest, Andre gave it his all. He literally gave it his all against this incredibly powerful individual. Dude had his neck snapped by Thomas Andre. Now, if you don't know what that means, it means that you have the strongest hunter in the US. The first series, so just Dragon Ball. I mean, I'll look into it, but no guarantees that I'll read it on the channel, though. No guarantees. I think Beast Monarch is the weakest one around the other monarchs. Well, I'll just keep that in mind. Don't go into any further detail or try and tell me anything about who's stronger in the light novel because I don't care. I don't want to know. I'm only following the chapters that we get every Wednesday. But Andre fought his hardest. I'm actually surprised we didn't see him try and use that black hole move against the Beast Monarch. I mean, maybe it only works on a couple of people, but maybe only works in certain circumstances, but I'm surprised he didn't try to use that move against the Monarch himself. I mean, he used the same ruler's authority that Jin was able to use to pull him towards him and then just, body him completely, but I'm surprised he didn't use that move. But overall, I'm glad that Andre got this chance to shine, and not only that, but now we have Leonard Nierman stepping up to the plate to show off, you know what? I'm not just here to be a gag character that Thomas Andre is always overshadowing. I'm a top hunter as well, so I cannot wait to see what Leonard Nierman can do. The German man is here, now he finally doesn't have to worry about Thomas Andre coming in and stealing his thunder. I cannot wait. The panel with the lion and the tiger was so great. Yes, that whole instance right there, Bayek knew that he was absolutely no match for the Beast Monarch. Bayek was there, and he as powerful as he knows he is. He was looking. It was like a kitten compared to like the Fenris wolf of Norse mythology, and the Fenris wolf is absolutely massive. So compared to him, he's little to insignificant. So, but this whole chapter, if you use the black hole, the surrounding people might get hurt. You know what, that actually is a good point because it does draw in a massive amount of things to it because it's basically a singularity in his hand, so it would have affected the other guild members and civilians as well, so it's obviously probably a bad move to use in a city setting, so yeah, there. Leonard Nierman's power reminds me of Hinata's two-hand lion's fists. Yes, I saw that and I was thinking, what? What are those things on his hands? Is that Hinata? Are we back at the Pain versus Naruto fight all the way since then? Are we back at this again? But Leonard Nierman stepping up to save Andre because Andre was getting bodied. As soon as the Beast Monarch assumed his transformed form, mind you, like white fur instead of, black hair that he's been seen with this entire time, he started to come back. He started to come back and actually start to, body Andre a little bit. But can we just talk about how Andre gave the Beast Monarch the slip in one instance where he literally just used I'm back. So we got some news. Our neighbors. I had to console my mom a little bit because she's very close to them. Our neighbors are going to be moving out of our neighborhood now. Mind you, uh, our we've been living in this house for about 10 years now, and our neighbors who are absolutely phenomenal. We have never had ever since we've owned I like this house that we're living in now. Um, Real quick, and then I'll get back to the what I was talking about. We lived in this house for 10 years, and the neighbors that we had, specifically the one to the left side of our house, they have been absolutely the best possible neighbors that I could ever ask for my family. But we also learned that I just learned that they're going to be moving this month, and the wife, our neighbors of our neighbors, she's extremely close to my mom. I mean, they talk all the time. They always have a wonderful time together and spend time with each other, and it's just one of the most genuine neighbor conversations and interactions and relationships that we have ever had. So my mom, she's kind of taking it a little bit hard because of how close she is to them. So that's where I was, just a little bit, just letting her know that everything's gonna be fine. But and it's just it's very it was hard for her because she's just so close to them. But yeah, that's why I stepped away, because it was very personal for my mom. I mean, we never really had a lot of good neighbors who actually treated us with kindness and respect that they did. So for this to, for them to be moving away, it's hitting her pretty hard a little bit. Just so I had to talk to her just a little bit. But everything's fine. Everything's fine. I wish them nothing but the best. Hopefully, I get to speak to them before they are fully gone from the neighborhood. But I, to one of the best neighbors that we've ever had in our lives, I just wish them the absolute best. That's what went on. All right. So, going back to it, you got to give Andre props for lasting as long as he did against the Monarch, who wasn't even using his transformed state to fight him. Andre was pile driving the guy. He was literally punching him through buildings. But it wasn't until the Beast Monarch decided to, transform like Bayek did and increase his strength even further before he started to actually surpass the strength of Andre. Because the thing is, everyone around Andre was saying like, yeah, kill Bayek, not kill Bayek, but kill the Beast, kill him, we can count on you, Goliath. But as soon as the Beast Monarch transforms, all that power from the reinforcement, all that power from his armor and his power and everything, that just starts to backfire. And the Beast Monarch starts to usurp that power and just overcome that. And he started slowly breaking Andre's hand, starts slashing him across the body. Even drug one of the shadows that Jin put in Andre just straight out from him. So Jin is not going to be able to tell what happens with Andre because that shadow's been destroyed. But I'm pretty sure Leonard Nierman has a shadow with him, so Jin has a way of telling what's going on. Because in flashback, everyone was in his final form. All the spectators was quiet then. Yeah, as soon as they started to see that Andre was getting beat up by the Beast Monarch, it was just like over and over and over. We should remember that Jin Woo couldn't cut Andre. Yeah, remember, Jin couldn't cut Andre. But that was before he got Kamisha's daggers. But the Beast Monarch was just cutting through the armor of Andre, and was, even if Andre hadn't used like a substitution jutsu and appeared behind him, then he wouldn't have been able to try and get behind him. But can we just talk about how he just straight up surprised the Beast Monarch by getting out of his armor completely and having it take his place while Andre appeared behind him and then put him in a stranglehold and then broke his neck, which the Beast Monarch proceeded to ignore. You're just like, you broke my neck. You should be dead right now. And then the Beast Monarch's all like, I'm going to pretend I didn't see that. And then just re-snapped his... His neck was turned all the way around, and he just snapped it back into place. I wonder how that would actually feel. Snapping your neck back into place? Just turned his head around and just went, crack! And then just proceeded to beat up on Andre. And the thing is, Choi Jong-in couldn't do anything. Bayek certainly couldn't do anything. No guild member who was spectating and watching all of this could do anything. And just before the Beast Monarch is prepared to kill Andre right then and there and deliver a very, very lethal blow to him, he gets whisked away by Leonard Nierman. So hopefully we finally get to see just what Leonard Nierman can do. What type of hunter is he? Is he a summoner? Is he like a buff person? Even without Commission's daggers, they were still above S rank. Yeah, but what can Leonard Nierman do? I'm excited to see the next chapter, but I don't want to keep you guys here any longer than I already have. This is probably going to be like a little bit of a short stream because I don't want to talk about too many theories about what could possibly happen in the future without, some people coming in and letting me know about light novel spoilers. But then again, I haven't really had people come up in my chat talking about light novel spoilers. So for every single person who has been, giving me the opportunity to enjoy these chapters, I appreciate every single one of you. It is not very often where you get moments where people are actually respectful of your wishes, but you guys have my respect for allowing me to enjoy this to the fullest. And I am all but appreciative of every single one of you who have allowed me to enjoy all of these chapters with very, 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 very few spoilers. I know there have been some moments when people said stuff in chat, but it has not been to the point where I've thought about just reading the series on my own and just stop doing it on the channel. So I appreciate every single one of you for giving me that opportunity. But not much else I can say about this chapter except that Andre took it to him until the Beast Monarch says, all right, that's the end of phase 1. Now it's time to start phase 2 of this fight. And then just, buffed himself. But overall, good chapter. Lots of great moments. And now Leonard Nierman is no longer going to be the joke character because he now actually gets a chance to, have his own moment that Thomas Andre has been stealing from him every single instance he's on screen. So I'm looking forward to the next chapter. I'm going to keep this page bookmarked just in case Ashita Scans doesn't fully update like it usually does. I'll keep the other one up just in case. Also, it really is odd that the chapter is up, but it's not on their list. So it's kind of odd how it didn't show up there. But I'm glad I was able to do this reaction for all of you, and I'm looking forward to the next chapter. So to everyone here, whether you're new to the channel or you've been following this channel all this time, or if you're only just here for solo leveling, I am thankful for the time that you took to watch me. This channel would not be where it is if it wasn't for people like you who say that y'all enjoy what I do. I am nothing but humbled by the success that this channel has shown me, and I'm nothing but appreciative for everyone that I am able to entertain, because that is the main purpose of this channel, to entertain you. That's all. And if I can do that, then I'm doing my job. Anything else that comes along with that is just icing on the cake. But I remain humble as you guys help me stay humble. So that's all I got for you guys. Don't let me talk your ears off because I certainly will. So I apologize for that. When I'm done with Demon Slayer, will I pick up a new manhwa? Possibly. If this Beast Monarch is this strong, just imagine what the Monarch of Destruction is like. Oh, I don't even want to imagine. So I guess the giant white wolf in the flashback back then was Beast Monarch. So I guess that giant full-form wolf is his true form. Possibly. It is strange, especially that they are the translators. Yeah, it is. But I'm done. I'm done, ladies and gentlemen. Let me not keep you here any longer. I haven't made any decisions about the next series that I'm going to do once I'm done with Demon Slayer, because I'm almost done reading through the whole thing. I have volumes 20, 21, 22, and 23 to go through. So I'm almost done doing Demon Slayer, but I haven't made a decision about what the next one I'm going to add to the channel will be. Now, mind you, I have a Discord, so if you guys want to shoot me some ideas that you haven't already done so, feel free to just say so over on my Discord, because I mean, my Discord's always up and I'm always on and I always see whatever you guys post. So just let me know what you guys would like to see once I'm done with Demon Slayer, and we'll see if it can be worked into my schedule, which I feel may be freeing up a lot more for me as I continue to push towards doing this full time. So just keep me in your prayers and we'll work something out, like I said. So that's all I got for you guys, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for enjoying. I really do hope you enjoyed. So that, with that being said, hope you all enjoyed Make Chainsaw Man. I heard about that one. I'll add that to the list as well. So we'll gauge our options. But hope y'all enjoyed. Can't wait to see you all in my next video. And if you're new to the channel and you enjoyed what you saw here today, then consider subscribing, because I am always looking forward to entertaining you. So have a fantastic day, and once again, as always, later, peoples. Wait a minute, hold up. Shonen Sensei, bruh. Congratulations! Sir, you can't just drop that when I'm trying to end a stream. You can't do that. Congratulations, Shonen Sensei. Oh my goodness, wow. I wish you and your soon-to-be family all the best. All right, now I'm done. Good Lord.